What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and today we're going to take a look back at Assassin's Creed Chronicles India. This was the second installation of the 2D platformers that had come out with the Assassin's Creed name. And this one I thought was very cool. It deals with Arbaz Mir from the graphic novel Assassin's Creed Brahmin. Now, this takes place in 1841 India, and initially he doesn't care about anything except seeing this princess that he's enamored by. But later on, you find out that a Master Templar arrives with an item that used to belong to the Assassin Order. So this assassin has to figure out why this Templar is here, what's he come for, steal back the item, protect all his friends, protect the princess as well, because there's all kinds of nonsense going on with that. Templar would not be a Templar if he wasn't going to do harm to a princess. Now, there was a wide range of abilities and everything that you saw in this one that you didn't see in China. You've got all kinds of weaponry. You've got a chakram, you've got smoke bombs, you got a slingshot. So it was pretty cool. On top of that, just the level design was absolutely beautiful. Look at all the bright colors completely popping. I liked the attitude and the personality of the assassin. I thought that was cool. And the fact that in the very first level, he's just out to see the princess. He's trying not to cause any type of problems. He's not trying to kill. And it was very easy to get a kind of pacifist streak here where you're just running around and doing all kinds of things without harming these guys. I thought it was pretty cool. It really tested your stealth abilities, and you did learn a bunch of the stuff from playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, particularly hiding in these places, popping out, moving quickly and silently. So it really was a cool second chapter to it. But of course, the controls were a little weird. You're not used to a 2D platformer when you think Assassin's Creed. You think 3D, you think all kinds of parkour. And this game has it, but of course, it's in 2D. Now, again, this game got some pretty mixed reviews. People really were not happy with the idea of having a 2D platformer. It kind of got bombed. It was, I think, 69 was the highest score it received from Metacritic, and that was for the PS4. For PC and Xbox One, it received 67 on both. So people really were not happy when they wanted an Assassin's Creed game. They wanted a normal Assassin's Creed game. Now, that's not to say that this was a bad game, honestly. It's just something that people are not used to. If you do give this game a chance, it is actually pretty wild. It's a whole new perspective. I kind of like the assassin again. He really is good. He has a personality almost like Bayek, and I thought that it was just absolutely amazing, a lot of the weaponry that he's got. He's even doing things like not just climbing walls and hiding on walls and whatnot. He's also climbing on ceilings, which is something that we didn't see before. Now, by the time we got to the third game, the Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, people really weren't happy about it at all. That one got bombed even worse than this one. That one had scores of 50 by Metacritic. And again, I don't feel that they gave them a fair chance. There was a lot of backstory to this guy, especially if you had read the book, the graphic novel. They try to keep these games interesting. They try to keep these games fresh. We knew that this was not the direction that Assassin's Creed was going to go in. And a lot of people were actually scared of that. That, I believe, had a lot to do with it. A lot of why it reviewed so poorly. But of course, we see that it's gone the direction of kind of like an RPG where we're running around entire open worlds, we're doing side quests and other quests and whatnot. But the thing is that this game, it does need a chance. And in fact, by playing the trilogy and beating it, it honestly should not take you that long to beat each segment. But when you get to the end of the last one, which is Russia, if you inputted codes that you found throughout all three games, there's even a secret ending in this one. and that's something that we haven't really seen in any of the Assassin's Creed games. So I think that that's actually pretty awesome that they went as far as to put a secret ending, an extra ending, almost a Marvel Cinematic Universe type ending, which, again, pretty wild. One of the really crazy things about this game, I kind of would have wanted them to explain certain things a little more as far as the controls. The only problem that I could point out with this game are controls. Once you learn them, but I kind of feel like they kind of left some stuff out. Now, I didn't play this one immediately after Chronicles China, so there are some things that I had forgotten. Like, if you want to climb walls, you have to find really colorful areas. This right here was new, hiding behind pillars. I actually enjoyed this, and I thought it was cool that you could just, move around like that. But then you get places like here, they explain to you that you could use this grapple hook and climb to the ceiling, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Look at that spider walk, and very, very kind of like retro gameplay there, where in the 80s and 90s, they did have a lot of games where you could do that. They were not assassin games, but kind of shinobi type games that you could just climb around like that. So I thought that that was pretty cool. But once you really understood what was what, then you were able to maneuver about without issue. But you really had to keep in mind that if you wanted to climb something, you had to find a really way more colorful area that you can actually access, that you could grab onto, which I thought was kind of like annoying at first. Having these statues that you could go under is kind of cool, but I think that these kind of things you would need to leave in a 3D world. You can't really have this kind of thing going on in a 2D world when, I mean, climbing under, over, around, this would have been an excellent 3D world, honestly, if they had done it that way. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this game? Have you played it? Is it on your list? Do you care about it? By the way, the secret ending does deal with a couple of the protagonists and antagonists from the present day games, from Assassin's Creed Origins through Valhalla. And the ending really was quite interesting. It really dealt with a lot of things, especially what was going on in Assassin's Creed Odyssey as far as present day went. So I thought that was cool. But anyway, let me know in the comments below, what do you believe about these games? Do you like these games, even though they're 2D? Would you have preferred them in 3D? And would you have played them if they were in 3D, if you do not want to play them in this 2D? Like, let's say they made Chronicles China and they just called it China or India or Russia. Would you prefer playing them those ways rather than seeing them in 2D? I'd love to hear your comments below. Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you all in the next one.